Great rising, grand rising, supreme rising. We keep rise in gratitude to the altitude. That is how I give thanks. Yeah, man, I saw me give thanks. Anyways, though, welcome. I hope you guys feeling great, having a good moment, having a good time. Even though if you're not feeling so good within yourself, remember, keep pushing, keep paving the way. Despite of the challenges and the many obstacles sometimes that we have to face, remember, the more you build yourself, the stronger you get. The stronger you get, the more you keep going, alright? So don't give up. Keep the faith, keep the strength. Know your balance. There will be people that will come around you to try to stop your flow and block your shine. But remember your progress. Remember your purpose. Keep going, alright? Be determined. Anyways, you're listening to Ajadi Chi, and within this video I shall be speaking about Ophiuchus and Sagittarius rising. Alright, I did Aries rising all the way down to Scorpio rising. So if you missed those videos, please go back and watch those videos, alright? Give me some likes, leave some comments, and don't be scared here to circulate and share those videos, alright? I'm growing, I'm still learning, I'm still building myself, developing more, still searching, seeking. It never stops. I'm a student of life, alright? So I'm just gonna keep getting better. Anyways, remember to share those videos and keep my videos flowing in the algorithm. Alright? Anyways, as I said, we're gonna be speaking about Ophiuchus and Sagittarius rising. Alright? Some people are unaware of Ophiuchus because it was taken out of the zodiac wheel some long time ago for the main purpose of healing. Alright? The Ophiuchus energy is indeed the Kundalini energy. Alright? The Kundalini energy can be sparked at the tailbone of the spinal cord. Alright? That's where the energy of the coil, which represent the snakes, begin. Kundalini energy is Ophiuchus energy. The heat, the car, the hot air, the ether, the etheric waters, the spinal fluid that goes to the pinnacle of your head top, your pineal gland. Alright, the Christus, the crystal, the Christ consciousness begins from the depth of your tailbone. Alright? So Ophiuchus represents that. Ophiuchus also represents the Phi energy. Phi means protective or personal health information. Why did they give it that abbreviation? Because what lives within you is the key to access the universe, to access the higher plane. Alright? Your inner core, your Kundalini energy. Alright? The heat within inside of you that spark your first eye, to project your thoughts, to project clarity, to gain clarity. Ophiuchus. Now, Ophiuchus is said to be the 13th sign. Some say it's the 9th sign. The thing is, I've recently come to a realization that Ophiuchus is actually the center of our being, the Chiron energy. The ruler of Ophiuchus is Chiron, and Chiron in Greek mythology is known as the centaur. All right, close to be the center, right? The centaur, center, the center of your being, right? The animalistical state of us, and the higher octave of us. That's what Chiron also represents. All right, so in astrology, Chiron is known as the wounded healer. Yeah, and Ophiuchus is a healing energy. So you do the maths. You see the connection, and Chiron is known as an asteroid between Saturn and Uranus. Yeah, and Saturn represents, the symbol for Saturn is a goat, right? And half fish and half goat, which is symbolic to the earthly plane and the spiritual plane. Now Chiron is the breath, it is the ether, is the etheric energy, the center of us all. That's what Ophiuchus represents. It represents the spinal cord. Yeah, so in the galactic zodiac astrology, or the zodiac wheel, Chiron is the center, is the centaur. Yeah, Ophiuchus is the center of us all, the energy that goes up our being, the breath of life, also the car. Yeah, and Chiron back then used to spell with a K, right? Chiron, and Chi means air, is a breath. Chi means breath. Right now it's spelled with a CHI. Chiron, right? You see the chi right there. It's symbolic to the breath, to the air, to the ether. Yeah. So I understand now that Chiron it represents the ninth energy too. Yeah. And to me it wouldn't be the 13th sign. It's alright, it could be seen as the 13th sign, but I don't really want to say it is the 13th sign, because remember, astrology goes way back. They only gave us, that wheel to this earthly plane, but there's other wheels of life. There's other motions of energy to be calculated, but we really don't want to go inside that yet, because that's very hectic for the human mind to even grasp. All right, so yes, there are the sidereal zodiac signs. You have tropical zodiac sign, you have the galactic zodiac sign. All right, and you have so much calendars out there. I'm gonna stray a little bit from Ophiuchus, but listen to me. We have the Jewish calendar, we have the Gregorian calendar that is controlled by most of the world. Use the Gregorian calendar. We have the Julian calendar, and Julian calendar has 13 months. All right, the Chinese calendar, 13 months. So the 13 is symbolic to north, south, east, and west, which is the 4 cardinal points. And that's the 4 cardinal points to me represents Uranus, because when you break down the digit of 13, you get 4. 1 plus 3 equals 4, right? So Uranus plays a very important role in our genetics and our development as human beings, right? So yeah, the 13 and the 9, it's unsure where to actually put Ophiuchus on the zodiac wheel, because it's gonna shift a whole lot of things, and based on that shift, everyone age will be different. Everyone zodiac sign will be different, rather. Everyone's zodiac sign will shift. So to me, the center of the zodiac wheel is Ophiuchus. All right, and it's very mystical, because you can see Ophiuchus connecting to the higher octave of what the sun is. Yeah. So Ophiuchus rising people are some powerful people. Ophiuchus rising and Scorpio rising is similar, because what a Scorpio riser does is to know the depths of the realms and to rise up out of that, to go to the Ophiuchus energy and to become the snake bearer. The snake bearer, right? That's the symbol of Ophiuchus. So each rising sign has to rise up to conquer their Kundalini energy, or become one with their Kundalini energy, and that is seen by the Ophiuchus energy. That's why the wounded healer, you gotta go through the dark phases of your life, right, to get over those stages, the dark night of the soul, to rise up to your purpose, the higher version of you, to be a Ophiuchus. You healed yourself. Now when you rise up to the Ophiuchus energy, you rise up to higher celestial energies. All right, now you become one with yourself, and that's what Ophiuchus represent, the balance within self, right? The Kundalini energy. Yeah, the healing source energy, the healing force energy is Ophiuchus. And when you look at those symbols on the ambulance, you can see the snake going up, that staff, that's Ophiuchus energy, healing energy. All right, so all the people who were born from I think it's November 30th to December 19. I'm not too sure of the dates, but you can check it out. Yeah, those people have very strong aura, very strong presence, right? They're similar to a Scorpio riser. They and the Scorpio rising share a lot in common, right? So when a Scorpio rise from their lower state, they become a Ophiuchus. All individuals rise through the Ophiuchus energy. All rising signs rise to or through the Ophiuchus energy to find their true purpose. So Ophiuchus is a very, very important sign. All right, and the opposite of Ophiuchus is Scorpio. Yeah, it's like Ophiuchus is like I could say, like, yeah, it's basically the opposite in some sort of degrees, but you can check that out. If I'm incorrect, somebody can correct me on that. The Milky Way also represents or the energy that goes up our spinal cord, because the sun travels along that degree too, the Milky Way. So Ophiuchus is so mystical. It's so much to Ophiuchus. It's a very mystical sign, just like Scorpio, very mystical. The lower zodiacs are mystical energies. Yeah, because the Pisces energy is a very mystical energy too. Very, very mystical. Anyways, though, Ophiuchus, if you are a Ophiuchus rising, you already know you're here to do much more. And each and every rising sign has to find balance within themselves. Got to find balance within themselves. Alright? If you guys think I'm wrong, then why is it that you have Chiron between Saturn and Uranus? Alright? And why is it that Chiron is the ruler of Ophiuchus, the wounded healer? And why Ophiuchus represents the spinal cord, or the energy of the coil, the tailbone, the coil that represents the snake? Why? So somebody clarify that if they think I'm going off key. Look into it. Ophiuchus rising, powerful people, powerful sign. Ophiuchus energy is in all of us, but each and every individual carries different placements. So you could have Ophiuchus in your first house. Yeah, and that makes you a very mystical person. Might have spinal cord problem or issues. You might have feel your lower back paining a lot. Yeah, it's a sign that people got to really look deep into. Now that we are ascending to a higher source of energy, the Ophiuchus energy will be present. It always was there, but it was hidden from us not to know of that energy, because the Ophiuchus energy is the healing energy. Once people tap into that information and know what Ophiuchus is all about, they'll know that they can heal themselves. The Ophiuchus energy from the spinal cord, Ophiuchus. So now we're gonna move on to Sag. To all my Sagittarius out there, Sagittarius rising. Sagittarius people are very, very wise people. They are ruled by the planet Jupiter. All right, Sag people they like to be, they like to have their me time for self. They like to explore, and they like to learn. They love to learn. They love to learn. Sagittarius people love to learn. They are very smart, intellectual people. All right, they are spiritual warriors. All right, these are the people who will see through all the BS, and they stay humble, right? Because they know of the greater purpose. The lower octave of Sagittarius is, the ones who are low, they go and party, and they like to have fun. All right. Most people say like the Sagittarius women got broad hips because Sagittarius energy rules the tie, right? But it's the energy, right? The energy is present. You can see it in the Jupiterian people. If they have it on a strong degree, you will see all that energy showcase, right? These people they like to run, be fast too, like to jump. Yeah, they like to climb. Sagittarius people like to climb. They like doing they're just some extraordinary people, yeah. Yeah, so with those people, you'll find them being teachers, sales representatives, and they are the people who are, loving too. They're very loving people. It depends on the degrees also of the energy, but the Jupiterian energy makes these people very creative and skillful. You find a lot of Jupiterian people very skilled at the things that they do, whether it's art, say for instance mechanics. These people are just skilled because once they have good placement with that Jupiter energy, that Jupiterian energy, they gain access to more, to more knowledge, to more creativity, to more wisdom. Because these people are seen as the wizards. Yeah? They will know a lot of things, like very smart individuals. Talking about Jupiterian energy, what we call it, the half horse, half man, the centaur is represent the centaur too. It's closely related to the centaur. Yeah, and with a lot of these Jupiterian rising or Sagittarius rising sign, these people present to us knowledge on a higher octave also. They can be seen as our professors. They can be seen as people in that work at NASA. A lot of these people are fascinated with astrology. It's just that when you find these people on the lower octave, they can be very troublesome, can be very highly sexual, and they can distort other people's energy and use other people for their benefit. So just gotta be very careful as a Sagittarius riser, not to abuse other people just by the amount of knowledge that you know, or the amount of wisdom that you have. You use it to exploit other people. You gotta use that energy to elevate yourself and to help others to find a greater meaning in life, knowing that you're the teacher, you're the wizard. All right, very broad way of thinking. You see things from almost all angle, like a 360 degree 360 degree vision. All right, so the thing that keeps the Sagittarius people or Sagittarius risers back is the system. I mean, the system keeps all of us back, but based on the fact that Sagittarius is a mutable fire, it's like today you're all happy, very upbeat. Tomorrow, you just lock off to yourself, don't want to talk to nobody, eating down the place, just stuck in your own world. And another time, you're just out there gallivanting and partying, wasting your energy, right? Most people be doing that, but I'm saying, the reason why I say that about the Sagittarius risers is because they have abundant of energy upon their physical being. What type of energy? Any type of energy that they want to possess, they can possess it, right? And it all depends too. It all depends on what's going on in their chart. But just say that your chart is good, and the Jupiterian energy, Jupiter is dominant. It's going to give you a very abundant vibration, right? You can attract anything to you by the click of your finger, right? Because Jupiter is working in your favor, is working for you. So you got to be very careful how you move amongst people. Don't try to use your energy to make people feel like inferior, feel small, look down on them. You don't do that, yo. Don't do that to people. You have that warrior spirit, warrior vibration on a higher octave, because the Sagittarius represent that warrior fire. Is the warrior spirit within all of us. Now when you have that as your rising sign, you fight for a greater good, a greater purpose. All right, you fight to protect those who cannot protect themselves. All right, and share that good nature of Jupiter on a higher octave. Now on a lower octave, you just go around gallivanting and causing problems, causing conflict, because the lower octave of that energy, those people, they don't know what to do with the energy if they are not smart up here. They waste the energy gallivanting all over the place, causing problems, moving from one relationship to the other because they can't settle down. Their fire is all over the place. All right, so they just go there, spark there, spark there, spark there, spark there, and you have a lot of spark all over the place. A whole heap of children all over the place. Yeah, so Sagittarius people, calm down. Sagittarius risers, please calm down. You have that energy on a lower octave. Come on, you gotta do better than that. Rise to the higher version of yourself. Balance that energy. Use it for a greater purpose. As I said, Jupiter always will give you what you want, what you desire, right? Anything you want, you will manifest it within the blink of an eye. Yeah, Jupiterian. You are a Jupiterian riser. Wow, you're one of the best out there when it comes to attracting and manifesting. Trust me. If I'm lying, put it in the comment. All right, put it in the comment section. If I'm lying, put it in the comment section, because all Jupiterian risers are people who have Jupiter placement abundantly in their natal chart. If you have it in your 5th house, if you have it in your 1st house, if you have it in your 7th house, you attract a lot of things to you, yo. With the click of a finger, anything you want is yours. Great manifestors, yeah. So all my Ophiuchus risers and Sagittarius risers, rise up to the occasion, to the higher degree, the higher octave of your being, to find greater powers, greater wisdom, greater clarity, to be of service to humanity. All right, to help each and all rise to the occasion of their higher purpose, right? Yes, I forgot to say this. Ophiuchus is also between Scorpio and Sag, so as a zodiac sign. And in the planet, it's also between Saturn and Uranus. These degrees and angles are very tricky, so people just gotta do their research. And if I said some incorrect things, you guys can put it in the comments, because most of the times I gain information from outside of my being, and that happens a lot of times. That is something that I can't run away from. That is a part of me. All right, so until the next time, stay safe, stay great, keep building up. I'm kind of tired right now, so if you see me fumbling with my words, it's just a part of the flow. Okay. Peace, higher vibration to you, tranquility to you, more powers to you, and remember, rise to the occasion to be the best version of yourself. Peace.